All right, workout breakdown. It's a leg day. It is August 19th. Not a ton to go over here. I just wanted to go over a couple little things that I thought made it worth making a video for. Just things that I know aren't always talked about and may cause some confusion. And again, I want you guys to have as much information and knowledge as possible. That's kind of why we do these YouTube videos and why I built Core 4 in the first place. So you can look at this right here. This is one big block, and you can do whatever you want to do. Like, that was the goal here. I separated them just to make it easier to understand, kind of like obviously a hypertrophy side or a strength side, and then more of like a Metcon aerobic approach on the right hand side. Now, the monthly emphasis is aerobic endurance. That being said, like the biggest questions here are like, what do I do? like what is the right thing for me to do? And you guys can choose multiple things. Like, you can literally just do all strength if you want. You can do all the Metcon stuff. You can mix and match if you'd like to. The door is completely open, full autonomy here. Again, I just want you making the best decision for yourself. So in order to do that, I'll say this. In terms of strength training, let's just use the front squats you guys see up here, top left, and then the 4 to 5 rounds in the bottom right that also have front squats. If I did this for, 8 straight weeks, right? And I'm front squatting for 8 straight weeks, and then there's another version of me doing 8 straight weeks of this 4 to 5 rounds with the run and the front squats. Under the assumption this is done appropriately, right? A lot of people don't know what they're doing. But under the assumption that we're doing this right, we're approaching this correctly, the person on the right doing the 4 to 5 rounds, there's no way they can be able to move as much weight as the person on the left after 8 weeks. There's just no way to match the progressive overload, the time of recovery needed to reset and do these reps again when you are incorporating some level of aerobic work into it. So if you are somebody who is strictly focused on building muscle, building lean muscle, maybe you're trying to get stronger right now, maybe you've been here for a while and this is an area that you lack, it's just moving weight and you can't get to a certain weighted threshold, right? This is why the Urban Legend is so fantastic. I feel like I'm marketing our own product. The Urban Legend is really good because it gives you tiers. And what happens is that people get strong enough to get to a specific tier, and then they realize the amount of work and effort it takes to get to the next level of weights, which is, for everybody, it's just one weight class up. And people realize, holy crap, like, it is not easy to get stronger, even by one weight class, once you get to a certain point. And that's what makes the Urban Legend, again, like I said, it's so fantastic, because you can find the people that are like, all right, I'm going to dig in. I'm not going to pick, the stuff I enjoy, which is like running around and breaking the class up with runs and rows. And I'm just going to focus on building muscle and getting stronger. That's this top left number. Top left option. If you're somebody, again, that wants to move more weight, if you're kind of new, I would strongly suggest that you pick the lifting stuff. But if you've been here for a while, been doing this for a while, there's a realistic, opportunity or chance here that, you're just not super consistent right now. Maybe life isn't allowing you to be consistent. Maybe you have a pain in your lower back or something that's stopping you to move more weight. Maybe you just broke your arm or something, right? There's always crazy things that happen in life. That's what makes life life. And there are scenarios where, like, maybe just mentally you're not getting enough sleep and you're just like, I don't have the energy to lift this type of weight right now. That's real as well. So you have to be in the right space to actively and productively choose the lifting stuff, the hypertrophy stuff consistently. So I would push people to do this. If I had the ability to hold your hand every single week, I would push you to do this for 8 or 12 weeks. And then once we get a better understanding and our bodies kind of start to plateau, I would move you more into the conditioning stuff, get you, your heart and your lungs caught up, your cardiovascular system caught up to your strength. And then we would kind of ping pong back and forth, which is what a lot of you guys do now. But if you're looking at me and you're like, Corey, that didn't answer anything, I would tell you this. Figure out your weights. Figure out your weights first. What are your thresholds? What is your 5 sets by 8, 5 sets by 10 with a 90-second rest? What are those weights? Get those down to a science. Get an understanding exactly what you can move. And then once you figure that out for the primary lifts, like lunges, front squats, and deadlifts, step-ups, you know your weights like the back of your hand. I know these are my thresholds. These are my ceilings. All right, now I can decide where I want to put my effort. Do I want to put my effort into making 1 or 2 of these significantly stronger? Maybe I care more about deadlifting than I do front squatting. I'm going to start with deadlifts for the next couple of months. And I'm just going to focus on putting the majority of my effort into a deadlift, and then I can move off of that. Personal example, I've been working on front squats for quite a while now, a couple of months. I even said this in one of the classes recently. And I've been working my way through 5 sets of 8, 5 sets of 10, 5 sets of 12. All right, I'm ready to go up and weight. I'm going to go back to 5 sets of 8 and go up and weight. 5 sets of 10, 5 sets of 12. Like, it takes time. It's not like this overnight thing. And again, if I were to do the 4 to 5 rounds, I automatically lose a week. I put all my effort into the aerobic side, and now I'm moving 40% instead of 70%, right? So there is a give and take here. You just have to decide on an individual level which one you want to do. Now, it is definitely reasonable for you to do like front squats, deadlifts, and then go over and hit the Metcon side. There's nothing wrong with that whatsoever. If you're somebody that just wants a full blow lift, you can do 3 or all 4 of these on the left-hand side. You're going to be wiped the next day. You'll have absolutely no energy. But that's completely fine. Like, I'm okay with that, especially if you intend on maintaining that over the course of, how many weeks and months. Now, if you're somebody else who hates lifting and doesn't want to do it whatsoever, at this point, hopefully everybody knows the saying. Typically, if you don't like something, you're usually not very good at it. I would probably also promote you to pick 1 or 2 of these lifts. Do 1 or 2 of these lifts, ones that you can see yourself being more consistent with, and then you can come back over to the right-hand side and do some of the Metcon stuff. That being said, at the end of the day, it's group fitness. We built this place for you guys to do what you want to do, as much as, plausible. You want to just knock out all this stuff on the right hand side, and all you want to focus on is muscular endurance, the monthly emphasis. Aerobic endurance, tagged with muscular endurance here, and you just want to focus on thresholds and transitioning and doing things unbroken, then the right-hand side is for you. And there's nothing wrong with that either. Like, I'm training for something right now that is just like that. Like, it's not something I would prioritize over everything, but you can totally do it, and it's okay to change it up every now and then. But again, in terms of approaching, if you're totally unsure and it's a coin flip, I would say do 2 of these lifts, and then do a conditioning piece. If you want to get a little aggressive, do 3 of these lifts. Maybe you have time for 1 of these conditioning pieces on the right-hand side. But again, you don't have to do aerobic and cardio work every single day. That's completely unnecessary. You do have to lift, though. You need to move added load, external load, if you want to, again, get stronger among the million other things and benefits that lifting provides. So hopefully I didn't just confuse you even more, and you guys have better direction going into this workout on the 19th.